Meta and IBM have teamed up to launch an AI alliance, and they brought together more than 50 AI companies and research bodies. There you have the biggies, if you will. It includes the like of Intel, Dell, Oracle, NASA. Not Microsoft, at least I couldn't see Microsoft, which might explain something because they're, of course, the hefty investor in OpenAI. My next guest, IBM's head of research, says the group came together because, in his words, they've been unsatisfied with public discussions around AI. They want to focus on open source, which they believe people can share technologies and makes it all a lot more simple and safe. Dario Gil is IBM's senior vice president, head of research, with me from New York. All right, what does this alliance do besides be one big talking shop?
Look, it's first of all, thank you for being here. And what it is a community of creators and developers and educators and adopters of AI, representing 50 plus institutions all over the world that collectively invest over $80 billion in R&D a year, educate over 400,000 students a year, and employ over 1 million people all over the world. And for all of these institutions, AI is a top priority. And what it reflects is a desire to come together to shape the future of AI and of trusted and responsible AI rooted on open science and open innovation.
Right, but then how does that differ from what the others are doing? ChatGPT, Microsoft, and a whole host of companies that are, I suppose, arguably closed source. Are they the baddies?
Well, no, I'll let them speak for themselves. But what this represents, obviously, is that different approaches in how you can develop technology. And we've seen in the past similar parallels. For example, the internet was built with open technologies. If you look at Linux and the role of operating systems in enterprise all over the world, that was built on open source. And what we are saying here is that the future of AI is definitively going to be driven by open innovation. So that's what it speaks of. It's just a way of doing work in ways that actually we can better represent the diversity and the institutional diversity all over the world and create opportunities that are more diverse than before.
But are we at risk of two sides in this? I'm being obviously provocative when I say baddies and goodies, but it doesn't really matter which side one is on. There are two sides of the way forward. And I think the one thing everybody agrees on, AI is going to be bigger and have more effect than any of us can probably even conceive. And the last thing we want is a disagreement of this scale.
Well, but I wouldn't, what I would highlight instead, Richard, is like, look at the degree of consensus that the alliance represents. It's actually not very common to be able to bring together that many world-leading universities, businesses, startups, nonprofits, science agencies. And what that tells you is that there is a fantastic level of agreement on actually shaping and creating the future of AI in this fashion through open science and open innovation. So to me, this is beyond my wildest imagination when we started this process, that these many institutions would come together for this purpose.
Do you think that, I mean, the problem with, of course, with the alliances and all of it, the legitimate AI, is that you can all follow the rules and it's the bad actors that don't, whether state-owned or otherwise. And the difficulty is, and I've read sort of numerous reports about this, how you get global consensus. Yes, the alliance is a very important step forward, but you know, it's the recalcitrant and the bad actors that you have to be worried about.
Well, that's fair enough. I mean, and of course, but the best way to mitigate it is to be able to aggregate enough good actors that are trying to do the right thing, because when we do that, then we can check things when they go wrong, things that we need to improve, and you have more eyes, more resources, more talent to address them.
I want to just ask about quantum computing and all the latest developments that you've been doing in quantum. Now, bearing in mind that you could write my knowledge of computer and coding on I won't say postage stamp because you'd still have room to write a long essay. The reality is, though, you believe that we are on the break, on the cusp, qubits of quantum.
Yeah. So look, I mean, if we look at the future of computing, it's undoubtedly going to be driven by artificial intelligence and quantum computing. The second thing I would highlight, Richard, is that this is the most exciting time in computing probably since the 1940s, where the first digital computers were created in Bletchley Park, or the transistor, right, in the late 50s. And what quantum represents is nothing less than reimagining the nature of information. And we're going to be abandoning the idea of the zero and the one, the bit, and we're creating these incredible machines, these quantum computers that allows you to solve problems that you couldn't do before with the classical approaches.
If I come and visit you, if we come up there and visit you, will you show me around and give me and help me understand it?
You know, I would love to do that. In fact, what we just unveiled on Sunday is IBM Quantum System 2, which is the largest quantum computer in the world of its kind and the highest performing one. And I would love to see you. It's brand new, shiny, it's colder than outer space, and we would love to host you.
Looking forward to that. Excellent. I think I've got a place for us to go. Thank you, sir. Very grateful.